Good morning, YouTube. My name is Captain Darren. My amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. In today's video, I'm going to add a PVC pipe to extend my inverted L for 80 meters, which is attached to my 05 27-foot HOA multi-band HF antenna. Stay tuned. Let me show you the stuff that I bought from Home Depot, and I'll be installing that this afternoon. Hopefully the rain holds up, but it's been raining all night, so the roof might be flooded, but I want to get this done. And this morning I made contact for the first time with a couple of guys around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Dallas, Texas, on 80 meters. I was pushing about maybe 800 watts on the Mercury 3, but they had a good contact with me. It works. The inverted L works, and it should work even better once it's away from the roof. All right. I can't fit the PVC pipe here. It's a 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and it's a 10-foot section. And I have an eyelet. I bought this long ago, but I found it last night, and I said to myself, hey, I can use this, just connect it to the PVC pipe and use this eyelet so I could hook up my dog bones to the wire. So I bought, today I just bought these hose clamps, and the PVC pipe that I got is a 3/4 inch, if I haven't mentioned it yet. So 3/4 inch, 10-foot section. And I want to cut that in half and put that up today. I was going to cut it in half exactly at 5, but I think I'm going to make it a 6 feet cut. I got the PVC in the vise, and I'm going to go down about 1.5 inches. I marked it off. I'm going to drill a pilot hole first. I'm going to go all the way through. Okay, that's the pilot hole. I'm back on the ground and lowered the 05 antenna. And you know what? While I was inspecting the wire, let me go find it. Okay, this is, remember, I put a 40-foot wire right here to create that inverted L. So, guess what I got here? It's approximately about 15 feet from the antenna, and we got some arcing and sparking right there. So it melted the insulation pretty good. Okay, when the antenna was up 27 feet, remember I mentioned to you guys about the Comet CHA250? Well, I'm going to go up there and look for any burn marks, and also on top of the solar panel where it's aluminum frame, and see if there's any burn marks. And while I'm up there, I'm going to go ahead and also lower that antenna. So this here, 40 feet of wire, I'm going to go maybe try 60 feet of wire. I can't tune down to the FT8 or the CW portion because the wire was too short. And around 3.755, I got SWR reading of, let me go show you. This is like my little tuning chart for my 27-foot antenna with the inverted L. And if you take a look here on 3.755, the LDG AT1000 Pro 2 was able to tune, that's the lowest I can go, 3755 at 1.3. At 3.700 megahertz, it starts to rise. 1.7, so I didn't put it on my chart. But from 3.755 all the way through 75 meters at 3.999, LDG tuner was able to tune with me doing manual tuning, bring the SWR down to 1.0. So I want to lengthen the antenna, okay? Lengthen it to 60 feet because you can always cut it shorter, so I can get down to the FT8 frequency. Right now when I try to FT8, I cannot tune to FT8. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a wire to 60 feet, and I have about 81 feet left on that, and I'll just use this other wire for another part of ground radial for this antenna. Okay, that's the new wire. I cut it to 60 feet, 5 inches, and I'm getting ready to raise the 0.5 up, secure it. I tied the other end. Where is it at? Here it is. I just tied it together like this so that I can hoist the antenna from that dog bone right there. This is my guy rope. It's a nylon rope, and it's going to the third clamp on the 0.5. I got a little bit of lean to it. Okay, so on the second clamp up there, I'm going to pull the red wire to give it some tension so it'll be upright. Now let's go to the roof and remove the CHA 250 and look for any burn marks. I'm looking at the antenna itself and the mast. I don't see any burn marks because there's the antenna and I'm in line where the antenna would run. The antenna was around here, this level here. No burn marks on the CHA 250. And here's the solar panel, the aluminum. No, that's not it. I thought that was burn mark. That's a bug. It was about 15 feet from the antenna, so somewhat around this area. What's this here? That's it. Found it. Okay. Remember, this is concrete. In here is probably metal, so it interacted with this, and that's where it burned. Because remember, the wire is coming from the second, what do you call it? The second collar, hose clamp, and it's coming through here, and it ran just, where's my hand? Right about here. So it's hovering. So we found the burn mark is right here. I am going to elevate it though. I am going to elevate it. I'm going to keep it away from my satellite dish. Actually, I want to move my satellite dish, my Starlink. So here's that pole. That's 5 feet. So I want to mount it from here. I'm going to go in between the solar panel and the CHA 250. So right about here. Or yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna go in between the solar panel and I'm going to remove the CHA 250. So I want to get as high as possible. Here is some metal here that I need to keep away from it. So I'm going to mount it right here. Straight shot. I ran into a dilemma. Remember, this is 60 feet, okay? And we're here close to the edge of the roof. So I'm pulling this cable, and it's going to go over the edge. It's too long. Can't do it. So I'm going to have to take off some. I can't measure it now. The measuring tape's downstairs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to measure where I have room for the dog bones here. So maybe about, I don't know, maybe a foot, like that, 1.5 feet, tie it off, and then have enough 14 gauge wires to come and meet the dog bone. Cool. All right. So let me install this and cut the cable, cut the cut the 14 gauge wire shorter. Here's a CHA 250 Comet HF antenna. It's almost down. I'm just going to have to remove the coax and then slowly lower it to the ground. Well, it's nightfall. I just got back from Home Depot. I had to stop. It started to rain a little bit, and we had to take the kids to dance lessons, ballet, and also my stepson to basketball training. So here we got replacement parts. The 3/4 inch clamps that I bought was too small, so I went for a 1 inch. These are for the pipes, the PVC piping. And I have another change. Instead of using the PVC pipe for the end, I'm going to use the stainless steel pipes or it's galvanized steel pipes, and I'm going to use that to hold up the end of the wire of the inverted L. So I got these clamps here, and I got 3 of them because I need more support. Sometimes it gets windy here, and I don't want it to topple over. So 3 is good for now. So I'm going to use the galvanized steel pipes to hold the end, and I'm going to use the PVC pipe to hold the 14 gauge wire elevated, and also as a strain relief so I don't pull on the antenna mast too much. So I'm going to call it today, get some rest, watch some movies with the family, and then we'll continue tomorrow. So be right back. Good morning. It's a new day. Overcast skies, a little bit of drizzle, but I think I can finish this antenna project today. Let me show you where I am and what I'm going to do now. Okay, the red wire is the inverted L coming off the 05 antenna, going over the top of the roof. Remember, there's that burn mark again. Follow that red wire. So I got this PVC pipe. I'm either going to mount it here, and basically I'm going to call this a riser. I'm going to leave it, either mount it there or mount it here. I want to try to remain away from the metal. This is a metal grate right here over the roof for shade. You see there? Okay, follow the red wire. Here's my dog bone, and this is a change. I tried to use the PVC, but it was going to flex a little bit. So what I did is I'm going to use that PVC for a riser and come over here where that hammer is at. I'm going to mount it right there. This I think this is 9 feet section, and I have the eyelet already installed. That I did that this morning. So I have my fasteners, cement fasteners, my clamps. I'm going to try to put 3 of them here, and it's going to be a straight shot to the antenna. Alright, the 3 clamps are attached to the cement lip here. Okay, I'm going to test fit the pole, and let's see how it looks. So far so good. It looks like it's perpendicular. I just eyeballed it. Alright, so that's 9 feet tall. I can't reach it. This is about how high I can go. So this is my thinking here. With this PVC piping, I'm going to kind of like perhaps run this pole away from the aluminum framing of the solar panels. And what I'm thinking about doing is probably put it here where my tools are located, mount it there. And I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 feet of PVC. It's probably since it's a 10-foot section, I would say it's about a 5-foot section PVC. So that's going to elevate it from the solar panels, and I moved my satellite dish, the Starlink, over there in the corner. The base is pretty heavy, so if it's get windy, it's not going to topple over. It looks kind of level. I haven't put the second clamp on yet. I'm just looking at if I want to do a 1 twist, you know, perhaps take this and just twist it once to provide strain relief, or I can tie some tie wraps on both sides to prevent it from going left or right, chafing on the plastic. Let me finish the second clamp, and let's take a look at it. All right, looking at the bottom is nice and stout. The top, there's a little bit of gap, a little play here. Making progress. The wire is pretty much horizontal when it goes up to the riser. Okay, so later when I'm done, I'm going to pull that yellow cord to keep the antenna more vertical. And here's my strain relief, the 5-foot riser. See what I did? I twisted it. Instead of this line going straight through, I twisted it like this. I put tie wraps, or they call it zip ties, and from there it's going to go to my 9 feet riser there. it's more like an upslope. So that's not done yet. Before I tighten down those 3 clamps right there, it's loose where I can pull the pole out. Let me go ahead and tie the rope onto the eyelet, adjust it while I'm on the roof, put it up, adjust the tension. I'll be adjusting the tension while it's down. So I'll put the pole back up so I can take a look at the tension and adjust the length of the rope accordingly. The roof portion is done. So again, to summarize that, this is the 9 feet riser, and I think that's about 4 feet of line to keep it away from that metal. Get my dog bones there, and that's about 50 feet of wire, 14 gauge wire. The 5 feet riser, it's not leaning too much, and you can see the Z bend there, or I can put it straight, you know. See, if it's straight like that, then it starts to sag. So I just give it a little bit of Z bend to it. There it is. See, now the wire is straight, and the wire to the 0.5 antenna. So let me go back downstairs and tension the rope to try to keep the vertical antenna vertical. We are done. We're looking at the vertical antenna, making sure it's not leaning. Not so much. It's not leaning because I have a nylon rope here. It's that yellow one. And looking upright, it is vertical with no lean to very little lean. And we're going to look at this angle here. At the top, you can see the red wire. It's going to the right. I know the contrast, we have overcast skies, and I don't see any lean of the vertical whip. And that's because of that tension I mentioned right here. Here's another look at it. And let's take a look at the 5 feet riser over there in that direction. There's the 5 feet riser and the 0.5. And you can see the Z bend I have there. Welcome to my desktop. Let me turn on some lights here. All right, so we got 50 feet of wire, and I elevated it about 9 feet above the roof in that kind of like a slope away from all the metal. So we're going to retune my antenna tuner, and here's the audio. Currently, look at the waterfall, 80 meters. It's kind of dead at 4:53 in the afternoon. So here we go. We're going to test out I'm gonna apply a new tune. Okay, tuning is finished. Okay, there's some SWRs. Just gonna fine tune it. Okay, SWRs is 1.0 on the tuner and 1.1 on the it's not an SDR. Okay, that's a good tune. And for VFR, testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. This is November 4, Victor Foxtrot Romeo. Test complete. Alright, you saw the SWRs. It's really flat. Now let's take a look at the lower end of 80 meters. I'm an advanced class, so let's go to 3.700. We're gonna start with a new tune. Okay, found a resolution. Want to increase the power output. See on the LDG, it's indicating 1.3. I'm just doing some fine tuning. That's the best I'm gonna get. I got about 1.3, so it's workable. About 1.3, and the SDR is indicating 1.0. This is the advanced class, 3.7. Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. November 4, Victor Foxtrot Romeo. And 4 VFR. Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And 4 VFR. Test complete. Let me change the scale to 100 scale. So now you can see the LDG. Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. N4 VFR testing. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. N4 VFR test complete. I'm satisfied. I have to manually tune it to get it down flat. Alright, so that is the lower portion of the sideband on 80 meters for advanced class. FT8 on 80 meters, 3.573 megahertz. With 40 feet of wire, it didn't tune. I'm going to try it now with 50 feet of wire. I'm going to give it a new tune. No, it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. It's not going to tune. I'll try one more time. Yeah, it's not working. You see, it didn't. The LDG didn't give me the ready tune. So no go for me for FT8 on 80 meters here. I don't have enough real estate to actually put a longer antenna for 3.5 megahertz. But overall, I'm happy with it. With my modifications, my changes, and I elevated the antenna a lot higher away from metal structures.
Looking for folks to talk to. We're kind of a bunch of lonely people here. So anybody out there?
November 4, Victor Foxtrot Romeo.
The November 4 station. I guess the lonely appeal worked, huh? Well, how you doing tonight?
Oh, just eavesdropping. Doing well tonight. I'm here at Stroke 5 land. I just put up a new inverted L antenna. You got a good signal here down in South Texas. You copy you 5-9. Name here is Captain Darren, airline pilot out of Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah, and what's the name again?
Okay, yeah, Captain Darren, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo November.
Darren?
QSL.
Darren, okay, I think I got that. And you're a four station relocated to South Texas?
Oh, shoot. I lost the frequency.
12 years old, I heard that term. Wham, bam, and thank you, ma'am. Boy.
Okay, I swapped frequencies. I'm back with you. N4 VFR.
Anyway, how you liking Texas? It sounds like you moved here from somewhere.
I got two places. In QRZ, the home QTH is in Jacksonville, Florida. And I got another house here in South Texas. I commute to work. I'm an airline pilot in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay, who do you fly for?
Right now, it's a regional airline called Mesa Airlines. Mesa.
Well, Mesa is in Arizona, right?
Yeah, QSL. The headquarters is in Phoenix, but we're a regional airline airline group, and we fly to the outstations. You know, the smaller airports.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with Mesa. Yeah, no problem. And Darren, good to hear you. Give me that call one more time. I'll write it down. Give me the phonetics on it, if you would.
Yeah, QSL phonetics. Call sign November 4 Victor Foxtrot Romeo.
What's the last letter? The last letter?
Romeo, as in visual flight rules.
Oh, VFR. Yeah, got it. Got it. Well, hey, you must have been encouraged by Tom's comments about frequent flying, QSL.
Yeah, I was listening on that, and then you guys all of a sudden were talking about airline emergencies. So, like, you were going to Honolulu, and then 15 minutes out, you had an engine malfunction, and then you had to return back.
Yeah, well, I remember that incident, as concerning as it was. The crew was really cool. They said, "Oh yeah, we've got a problem with the engine, and we're going to be fine to land. Just buckle up. Sorry for the delay, but we've got another engine. We're going to be fine." You know, so I other than just saying, "Wow, I've never been on a plane where that happened," it was fairly low stress.
Yeah, I have not done any emergency landings, but I've done diversions before, because sometimes the weather in Dallas, once it sprinkles, they shut down the airport. So we have to either hold for 45 minutes or we have to divert because we're running low on fuel. Sir, I didn't get your call.
Yeah, call, Darren, is Kilo Echo 5 Golf Yankee. Kilo Echo 5 Golf Yankee, and the name is Pete. Papa Echo Tango Echo. Pete, Papa Echo Tango Echo. I'm located in Denton, Texas. So it looks like you have a YouTube channel. Do you are you one of those guys? I see the guys that are pilots that'll videotape the the takeoffs and landings. Are you doing that kind of stuff there, Darren?
N4 VFR.
N4 VFR, N5 FPD.
N5 FPD, Mr. Wayne. N4 VFR, you're sounding 5'9" and
Well, it's good to hear you back on this morning. How's the weather down yonder?
I woke up this morning and it was cold. I'm not sure what the temperature is. It must be like 50 degrees, but it's cold.
Yeah, it's not like Florida, is it?
I like Florida. It's always warm there. But sometimes it does get into freezing in Florida.
Well, is it the north part of Florida or the south part?
In the north part in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, well, you fellas here captain down there in South Texas. No problem here. Good coffee. Yeah, good morning, Darren.
Good morning, fellas. Who's that? Is that Paul?
Say again, Darren.
Yeah, I'll forget your call and your name again.
Yeah, KJ5MA here. The name's Mac. In Mac Truck. We've also got several others.
All right, QSL. Yeah, yesterday I adjusted my antenna. I got that inverted L. I'm pushing the 800 watts right now. I adjusted it. I put some risers on so that the wires won't be too close to the roof, because I found it arced and it melted portions of the insulation of the wire, and I extended the antenna longer, so it's now my inverted L is now 50 feet.
Well, good. You seem to be a little stronger today.
Well, that's nice to hear.
So are you running power now? Oh, that you said 800 watts. That's right.
Yes, sir. I'm running the Mercury 3. I got it peaks up to about 800 watts, and my input on the exciter is 14.5% power.
Yeah, those LD mods, they don't take much input power to get up there.
They sure don't. So I tried it with 25 watts yesterday or 2 days ago when I talked to you guys, and then the wire was laying on the roof, so it arced, and then that's when I had that high SWR and it spiked.
Well, do you have a metal roof?
Not really metal. It's it's like concrete, and then you can see my video on that YouTube channel. But I made a new video that I'm still editing, and I will show the burn mark and then the melted insulation of the wire.
Now, is that video about all the things you should not do in ham radio?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't lay any don't put any antennas near other antennas, especially if you're gonna run power on 80 meters because of the high voltage. Well, I am done. I hope you enjoyed my video and the struggles that I face setting up the inverted L for 80 and 75 meters on the 05 27-foot antenna. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider to subscribe, leave me a like, leave me a comment. It helps motivates me to make more videos for you guys. My name is Captain Darren. My amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. I hope to talk to you on the frequency soon. 73s, and have a great day.